Hi Leo, and welcome to your May 2025 reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, you know the drill. So yeah, should we just crack straight on and see what the messages are that wants to come out? So the first card we're going to take is the Tree of Life Oracle, and that is the Path, which is the Magician, Magic, Divine Mind and Intent. Fantastic. What are you manifesting? And I see the Magician, it's all about creation, manipulating energies, picking up the sword and putting down the pentacle when you need to, and vice versa. It is also the Mercury card, so there could be something about communication here for someone. But yeah, it's all about setting those intentions and transmuting some energy to get the ball rolling, so to speak. Sorry, I just realised I left the video playing in the background in the YouTube video. I better pause that because you'll hear some weird noises. Okay, right, so the next card we're going to take is the Healing Spirits Oracle. And that is Ask Your Spirit Guide. So maybe you need just a little bit of assistance or a little bit of guidance in your manifesting what it is you're trying to bring into your 3D reality. So what we're going to do is going to take some tarot and just hash out this message a little bit more. Oh, I just dropped loads of cards. I've got a serious problem with dropping cards today. Not the first time. At least I didn't drop them all over the floor though. That's the normal. Okay. So we've got the just a plain old tarot deck. Right, Leo, let's crack on, shall we? We've got the King of Wands. Okay, so he's very powerful, he's very purposeful, he's very confident. You want a fire sign, there's a fire sign for you. And it's quite a Leo one in that sense as well. So it's interesting when you get very heavy fire signs. I did the Aries one was a very heavy fiery sign as well, and they're fire sign. So I don't know if you've got any placements in Aries, but it might be worth going and have a little look. Then we've got the Three of Wands. So maybe you are setting some good intentions and you've been manipulating your energies. Three of Wands is very much, you're on the sidelines. Are you putting those intentions out into the world, or are you waiting for your ships to come back in? There's 3 ships. Have you sent them out, or are they coming back in? Are you kind of hanging around on the sidelines and not really doing very much? I don't think so, because of your oracle cards. But you might have just come to a little bit of a pause where you're kind of like, I don't know which way to go. Do I take that one? Do I take that one? Do I take that ship? You know, take it as it resonates. But that might be where you have to come and ask your spirit guide, you know, what direction to go in, what's the next step, how you move forward in some way. Okay, you've got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's something with the Eight of Pentacles, it's very much, you know, putting in the hard work and mastering a skill, paying attention to the details. I've just completely messed up all the cards. So I think whatever this is for you, Leo, you've been manifesting, you've been working away, and you've been putting in a lot of hard work, and you're clearly at a stage now where you're kind of like maybe just a little bit stuck, just a little bit like, what's next? You know, I've done this, but I haven't quite seen the outcome. I don't know, it might be a message for someone where you think you've put in a lot of work, and I think you have put in a lot of work, but there's just something that's not quite gelling or coming together, and that's where you have to like look a little bit outside yourself. And I think that's definitely what the Three of Wands is there for. All these cards fill out, so we'll take them. I think there's 4. So the Judgment card is being called to action. Kind of, come on, let's get going. You're being woken up from your slumber. Again, there could be a message here, because with the trumpet and Gabriel, he is the messenger. So you could be hearing something. You could be waiting to hear back from someone. You know, maybe you sent out a message or an invitation or something, and now you're waiting to hear back. So that could be a message for someone. And then we've got the King of Swords. So now you've got the King of Swords and the King of Wands. So not only have you been quite purposeful, quite passionate, like I said, I think you've put in some work in something. And now maybe it's time to sit back and think, or you've, to learn something, or to try and understand something. And maybe you can't move forward until you hear back from something or someone. again, a message for someone. But it's about just being intelligent and thoughtful and thought-provoking, and rather than just being this kind of passionate energy. I mean, you are passionate, you're a fire sign, but it's about kind of grounding it in your mind as well. You got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, when I see the Seven of Pentacles, he's obviously put in some hard work, which is, I think, exactly what you've done. He's laid he's planted the seeds, he's, you know, tended the land, he's watered them, he's nurtured them, and he's got them to a certain point. I wonder if you're now looking, like I say, you're looking at what you've done. Yes, you're waiting for someone's waiting for some messages maybe. But there's this element of, do I carry on with this pentacle or do I put more energy into that pentacle? There might be some things you just need to, I don't want to say toss away, because that sounds like almost like it means nothing. But there could be some things that you need to just reevaluate. Okay, you know, is it worth carrying on putting your hard-earned energy, money, financial money, or it could just be physical energy, or, you know, emotional energy, whatever this is for you. Is it worth carrying on with this, or is it worth picking up another one? Do you know what I mean? You've got the Queen of Wands. Well, she don't give a shit. That's what I say when I see the Queen of Wands. She doesn't care. She's very purposeful. She's very passionate, very confident. She looks to the sun. You're a sun sign. I can't talk. I think I might have to stop after this one. So yeah, so maybe, you know, looking to the sun, being guided by, being illuminated by the sun could be something that is a message for someone. When it's just something random like that, I just always feel like there's a message there for someone of, like, looking to a higher power, looking to that spirit guide, looking towards that ship, okay, looking at a different pentacle, you know, paying attention to that part of that pentacle, but a different part of a different, I say pentacle, it could be a project, it could be an idea, it could be family, you know, paying attention to one person a little bit more than someone else, not because you don't love them or anything, just because that's the need, you know. It's like reading the room. And then we've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, so that's the wounded warrior. It's the been through it, you know. He's bandaged up, and he's like, oh, you know, I've got this one wand left, so I'm just gonna hold on to. It's interesting because they're all just holding on to one wand. Are you stuck with, like, one thing? Are you, like, you know, is there just sort of one thing you can't let go of? It's almost like you're gripping hold of this one thing. Like, you're paying a bit too much attention to one thing. You're putting too much time and effort into one thing. It's almost, are you a little bit stuck with your manifesting and, you know, your manipulating of energy? You're kind of like stuck on one thing. Maybe it's time to think outside the box. With the King of Swords there, maybe he's there to tell you to think slightly differently. You know, don't think about one thing, think about three things. Or are you thinking too much about other things and you need to concentrate on one thing? I'm going to have to leave that with you, Leo, and you know, take that as it resonates. We're going to move on to the Intuitive Whispers Oracle, just to see what else wants to come through. But I mean, you're clearly being asked to ask your guides, and I would suggest trusting them. Maybe you'll get a download via them. You know, your angels will come in and kind of guide you in the right direction. The magic of nothingness. Maybe you need to let go. Maybe you're spending too much time or too much energy on one specific thing. And the magic of nothingness is to just sit back and, you know, let go. Let go and see what happens. Let go, let God. Let go, let God, Leo. Okay. Feel, don't think. Okay. Feel, don't think. Which is a little bit contradictory with the King of Swords there, but think differently maybe. There's, I mean, you're there. You know, the lion heart and the mind. So feel, don't think. Follow your heart. Don't overthink something. There's something you're stuck on. You're stuck on one thing, it feels like. And vulnerability is power. Yeah, ask for help. Don't be afraid to look outside yourself and let go. Let go, let God. And again, there's that Leo energy. You know, your lion and lioness and your cub. Maybe something to do with a family. Again, just a message for someone. And then we will finish off with 2 moon messages. Again, just for any messages that want to come through. And just to close out the reading, really. Okay, so the next one we have out is the law of attraction. Let go, let God. Let it come to you. Sit back. Don't be so heavy in your masculine. Maybe that's why you've got 2 kings of swords. This is only energy. So please don't, you know, this is not gender. But being masculine is all about making those power moves and chasing and going after and boom, boom, boom. Whereas actually you need to let go, do nothing, you know, feel it and allow that vulnerability. So it's almost like sitting back in your feminine energy a little bit more and allow that to come to you. Attract it rather than chase it. Okay. And the last card out, slow it down. The magic of nothingness, Leo, and slow it down. Sit down with yourself, you know, ask the angels, let go and allow it just to flow. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.